All right. I think we are live. I tried a new setting here. Yeah, cool. All right, we are live. And welcome to a very impromptu live stream edition of Navigating the Modern World with Coach Eli. And tonight I have my good buddy, a very special guest. Him and I are going to be co-hosting some shows together down the road. We still haven't branded our new show yet, but, Manny wanted to do a live stream with me, so here he is. Say hello, Manny. How are you doing tonight, brother?
I'm doing pretty good, man. It's good to see you guys.
Yeah. I just want to make sure that the stream is coming through okay, so I'm going to just check it on my phone very briefly here. But, Manny, while I do that, why don't you share with us how's your week gone so far, and how was your weekend?
Weekend was pretty good. Trying to think what I did. I did some working, but I did some filming and editing, and so I've been trying to put out more content on my channel. It used to be just like once a week or two, but now I'm trying to this.
Hi guys, this is Akiru, aka
Oops.
Manny.
I don't know why that's going on. Sorry.
Channel.
Anyway, there you go. That's part of my channel. I just did that accidentally. But anyway, no, yeah, weekend was pretty good, and then week it's just been busy. So
yeah, that's great. Now let me ask you, like in theory, philosophy, and commentary, Jamie, how's the sound coming through? Is everything coming through okay? I just want to make sure everything's coming through nice and clear. Let me know about that. I could check it on my phone very briefly. I didn't want to put the audio through there to
like
get
me.
the feedback, but let me check that out.
Let me try it. You're checking the channel too.
Sounds good. Yeah, let me make sure this sounds good to my phone here. Okay, yeah, everything's all good. All right, we've got 15 people in the box already, and people are here because the actual title of this impromptu live stream of Navigating the Modern World with Coach Eli is Coach Eli's community is under attack. But that's not the only thing we're going to be discussing here tonight. Manny and I are going to be discussing, uplifting men and the confusion that some people have out there and what's referred to as shaming instead of encouraging. I think people are very much confusing that out there, and it's creating a bunch of scrutiny with many communities that I'm involved with, Manny. And we're going to, talk about that and clear it up because, in all honesty, I don't want people to think that I'm out there to shame people. I'm out there to help people. Anyway. So as you guys can tell, a lot of my former moderators are no longer moderators. I'm going to discuss that first, Manny. Manny, you are a moderator, so so the reason why a bunch of my moderators are no longer moderators anymore is because these were people that are a part of a Discord group that I actually removed myself from today.
Oh, did you?
And I want to briefly mention why I did it, and then we can move on forward into the rest of the show. Basically, many people are aware that I joined the Mad Shangy. I was invited to join the Mad Shangy Discord group. I think it was about a month and a half ago, maybe almost 2 months ago. And I felt welcome. I felt appreciated. I felt like these people that used to troll me in the past really, cared about me. A lot of them said that, they were kind of tired about how these purple pill guys were attacking me and obsessed with me. So they kind of wanted to just, bring me in and help me on support. What I realized, and this is with no disrespect to the community, what I realized is that they more so felt sorry for me. And to be quite frank with you, Manny, I don't want anyone feeling sorry for me. If you want me to be a part of your group, I want you to want me there, for the right reasons. Red Pill Mindframe, JB Gunner's in the house. Hey, JB, how are you doing, JB? Long time no hear. Hey, Cicely is here in spirit.
Probably.
Hey, JB, you got to say one thing. My production value kicks ass. At least you can give me that, brother, JB. JB, I hope your health is doing better. Okay, hope you've stopped the drinking and the smoking, and you're getting back on track, man. Because in all honesty, despite my differences with you, I don't want to see you die, man.
That's
But
true.
anyway, yeah, all the MGTOW guys are here. All the former trolls are here. Everyone's here tonight, and they're wondering what the fuck is that Coach Eli gonna say. Jamie says, like in theory, is Jamie. JB can't even get back to me in a Hangouts message. Take this as a compliment. Like, it's all good in the hood. Come on now. Jesus Christ, man. But anyway, so I decided to remove myself from the server because a lot of the people in the group were disagreeing with the way I've been handling certain things on my YouTube channel. A lot of them, were trying to tell me who I should associate with. Actually, they weren't trying to tell me who I should associate with. They were trying to tell me who I shouldn't associate with and who to stay away from. And in other words, to me, that means they were trying to tell me what to do. In other words, yes, I understand
Right.
they were trying to protect me. But here's the thing. If I choose to want to reach out to someone and get to know them, that's my prerogative. Just
Right.
because you folks had a bad experience with certain people doesn't mean I'm going to have a bad experience, with them. And for me, I always like to, find out on my own. I'm a man that's going my own way. I'm not MGTOW, but I go my own way. And I like to do my own
Right.
research and like to get to know people. I don't like to pass judgment on people, especially based on the words of others. So, Red Pool Jack always said was stay away from John Tuttle. Hey, I don't even really know John Tuttle. I've heard a lot about him. Okay? But I've never had any experience with the guy. So how can I say anything about the guy when I don't know who the hell the guy is? Oh, Anyway, my only offer to help Eli is a return to the King of the Cuck show. That's the only reason I'm here. My offer is on the table. That'll never happen, JV Gunner. I will never be coined the cuck again. That was a big mistake that I made back then, and I'll never make that mistake again. I have a lot more self-respect than to ever do something like that, even just for entertainment purposes. Okay? King of the Cuck season 2. So, Manny, basically, my only beef, and I have nothing bad to say about the Mad Shangy Discord group or Mad Shangy himself. I think Mad Shangy is a good guy. Some people like him, some people don't. Okay?
Right.
I think Mad Shangy is a good guy, just trying to get his message out there. He has his ways of doing what he does. He tries to protect people.
Okay, I remember you talking about
And he has this core group of people that he's grown to know, like, and trust, and now they are a part of his Discord group that I used to be a part of. Okay, when I realized that that it's not the right fit for me to be there because of who I am, what I believe in, and how I do things, and it's completely different than they do things, I withdrew myself. I did not get removed from the server. Had I not removed myself, I would have probably been removed from the server. But I'm the type of person that knows when I've, overstayed my welcome or when something just doesn't feel right anymore. I'll just remove myself. You are a clique, Holly. That whole entire Mad Shangy group is a clique. And that's why you all get along, because you all agree on the same thing and you follow the same rules. And I'm not like that. There's no disrespect with me or by me saying that you guys are a clique. Okay? You guys say there are no cliques, but there is a clique because all of you believe in the exact same message. Okay? And all of you behave exactly the same way, and all of you have told me the same exact things. And just because I choose to go down a different path, like if you folks tell me to not talk to a certain content creator because they're bad, I don't feel you have the right to tell me that. No one has the right to tell me what the fuck to do. You can give me your opinion, but if I still go out there and decide to talk with that content creator, whether you think they're good, bad, or indifferent, it's my choice. But you guys were putting stipulations on me saying that, we don't want you bringing drama into the server. What drama am I bringing into the server? I wasn't getting you guys involved in anything. I was just participating in the group and making you aware of what was going on. I never once, dragged into the drama. I did offer to collaborate with certain people in the group, and they declined, but I peacefully went away. Okay, and that's as far as this goes. I just want to wrap up this aspect by saying, Mad Shangy, I greatly appreciate the opportunity you gave me. It was really nice to be welcomed back to YouTube by being a part of your server. I will admit, I did learn a lot from being in your Discord server. I learned how to start my own Discord server, which I have. And if you folks want to join my Discord server, that link is below in the description section of this live stream and when it goes to a replay. Okay. So, again, Matt Shangy, thank you very much. And even to everyone else in the group. Okay. I really appreciate what you all did for me. I know there are people out there that have already made response videos or live streams or will do response videos and live streams. And more power to you. You're entitled to your freedom of speech. But that's as far as I'm going to go in regards to discussing that. You folks can do what you want to do. I'm going to do what I want to do. I'm a man going my way, and you are men and women going your way. Manny, so far, what are your thoughts about what I said? I mean, I'm trying to be as professional about this as possible.
No, I agree with what you're saying. Like, you're right, though, when you said, like, we all have opinions, but in the end of the day, it's up to you and what you're going to do. Like, no one's going to stop you. No one's going to tell you. People give advice to us and stuff like that, but at the end of the day, it's up to us.
At the end of the day! By the way, sorry to interrupt you. That JB Gunner, who's in here under Red Pill Mindframe, his famous coined phrase is, "At the end of the day," excuse me, about a heart attack.
Oh my gosh.
Go ahead, man.
I don't even know about the whole Discord drama because I've been in there a little bit. I had trying to explain something. I forgot my conversation with the person, but other than that, I don't even know what's going on in your Discord, by the way.
Well, yeah, you were not a part of the Mad Shangy Discord. I mean, you're a part of my Discord, and I know you check in whenever you get a chance, but I know you work your day job during the day, so I know It's harder for you to see what's going on. Actually, if you didn't know Manny or anyone else, you can actually download the Discord app on your iPhone or Android mobile device. Yep. So that way you can get thousands of notifications in regards to what's happening on the server while you're at work, Manny.
Oh, yeah. But my phone's always blowing up, and it's like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, Nightwing says it's called Discord for a reason. That's because people diss each other all the time. Is that what you're saying, Nightwing? Discord. I'm going to diss you on my Discord.
Oh my
I have a million catchphrases, dummy. That's just the one that your community focuses on. That's not even one of my shirts, LOL. Oh, congratulations, JB Gunner. And JB Gunner, it's great to have you here, man. Just like good old times. Just like good old times. So, yeah, like I said, look, I have no problem or no problems or any beef with anybody in the Discord. A lot of these people are going to talk shit about me. They're going to probably go back to the way they were treating me before, I was a part of their Discord. I know there was a live stream that happened earlier today. I'm not going to mention the name. I'm sure the chat will mention it. And this particular person, just went off on me. I was listening to parts of it while I was taking my walk earlier at the park. By the way, there will be no daily walk video today. This live stream is in lieu of that. But yeah, this person that did the live stream trying to debunk this video here, was saying some things, and I want to clarify those things here today because I am going to be playing parts of my videos. You can see on the top left of your screen, this one, right up there. Yeah. I see you see me on my walk, and it's queued up. The video is queued up from my daily walk yesterday. That's been highly scrutinized. So yeah, that's that. Thank you very much once again to everyone in the Mad Shangy Discord for welcoming me. I greatly appreciate you. Who knows what happens down the road, but honestly, I feel I made the right decision to part ways because we're too far on the opposite end of the spectrum. And while I can respect and get along with you folks and appreciate you for who you are, quite frankly, I honestly had enough of people trying to tell me what not to do, which is the same thing as telling me what to do. And I stand alone. I want to find out on my own. If I find out the hard way, it's my decision to make. Okay, it's my choice. Okay, and that's exactly how I feel. Manny, any final thoughts on that before we get further into it? We're probably going to start playing the video here, and we'll dissect it one on one. Well, we'll dissect it two people dissecting it. That's what I'm trying to say. We're not going one on one, Manny. We're on the same side here. At least I think we are.
Right. No, man. Everything you said, I pretty much agree.
All right, Manny. So you ready to get right to the video here?
Yeah.
Okay. So let me just remind people the part here that I started to get scrutinized on earlier. So earlier in the Discord groups, before I left the Shangy Discord, people were saying that I was shaming a MGTOW content creator named RPG Red Pill Ghost because I had reached out to him because of the fact that he had a similar opinion in this other content creator named Mike the MGTOW Monk that I feel is misguiding and misleading men and more so hurting men than helping men. And RPG felt the same way. He put out a couple of videos and I responded to him. Okay. And I responded to him and I praised him. Now, let me not get any further than that because in the video, I'm going to be repeating a bunch of this stuff. But what we will do, Manny, is I will pause the video in between segments here and I will share with people, what I meant by what I said compared to how they felt or how I felt they interpreted it by their reaction. And then you can tell me what you think. How's that?
Sounds great, man.
All right. So here we go. Let's rock and roll.
Wait for all of the juice towards the end. Now, some of you may, skip to the end of this and think this is all bullshit, but it really is.
Okay, hang on a second here.
Isn't.
Hang on a second here. I think I need to lower the quality on this because it is actually it's not buffering, but it's kind of skipping here. So let's just do that. Start over here.
All right, man.
See if that works better.
Skip to the end of this and think this is all bullshit, but it really isn't. So, what do I mean by, if you're going to make a statement, for example, if you are a YouTube content creator and you go out there with your message and you see someone out there that is trying to, help a similar group of people, but they are basically more so hurting those people than helping them, which is kind of like what, I've been sticking my nose in a lot lately. And then you take a stand on that, you put out a video, and you share that, okay, well, this person is not doing good to help this particular group of people. They're creating more harm. Okay? And then, let's say I see your video on that, and I completely agree with that message. And then I reach out to you and I say, hey, I really like your message. It is very much in alignment with mine. Would you like to collaborate? Would you be open to an interview at some point? I feel we really need more support, from guys like you and myself to really get people to understand that what this other content creator is doing is more so of a hateful thing that's going to hurt people than help people. That's exactly what happened to me. This was, I believe, last week. It was on Friday, I believe. I started getting videos recommended to me. I'm going to stay here 1 second because that gentleman I mentioned in my video the other day with the products is coming by. Oh, he's going the other way on this bike. That's exactly what happened to me when I was recommended a video by somebody named RPG, which is the acronym for Red Pill Ghost. It is a gentleman that actually feels exactly the same way I feel about this hashtag that's been created by this other content creator that I've been challenging a lot lately, named MTMM, also known as Mike the MGTOW Monk, which I will be sharing more about him later on in this video. He was this guy, Red Pill Ghost, was challenging, his thoughts about what he feels in regards to Mike the MGTOW Monk creating this hashtag chameleon purge, which is basically telling people that follow his channel to go out to other channels that are stating their opinions in regards to the MGTOW Manosphere community and to put hashtag chameleon purge in the comment and to dislike the video. Basically trying to silence these people's freedom of speech because it's not in exact alignment with what Mike and his people, feel is right. Okay. And they're primarily doing it because there have been women out there that have been challenging these views of MGTOW Manosphere content creators such as Mike the MGTOW Monk. And Mike the MGTOW Monk and even many other MGTOW Manosphere content creators feel that the MGTOW community is not a space that women should participate in. Now, for you guys that feel that way, that women should not be participating in MGTOW Manosphere type of content, I would agree with you if that content was not on YouTube, which is an open platform. YouTube is a public, open platform, and if you're going to run your communities out here in public, you basically leave the door wide open for anyone to respond to you. Okay? And if you don't like that, then get off of YouTube, create your own private server, see how much it costs for you to even create something close to what YouTube can offer, and do your own thing. But if you're going to put your shit on a public server, on a public platform that promotes free speech to everyone, regardless of your, sex, race, national origin, etc., you gotta be okay with that.
Okay. Let's stop right there, Manny. Let me ask you, what do you think about, I understand that the MGTOW Manosphere community is more so a group for men. It is a group for men. But because it is on a public platform such as YouTube, it's open to everyone. So I don't see a problem with women, having their say. And as a matter of fact, I like to learn from what women are saying and how they're reacting to it. We can all learn from that. I mean, what are your thoughts about, some of these guys really not wanting women to be involved with MGTOW in any way out here on YouTube? Do you think it's wrong? I mean, what are your thoughts about it?
No, I think it'd be good for men and women to learn, like especially like in a group. You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, it does make sense. It does make sense. Okay. Anything else you want to throw in on that?
I mean, well, are you trying to say like pretty much like women that know what this group is more of, like the fact that these are some angry guys? Is that pretty much what you're talking about?
Wait, say that one more time.
I said for the MGTOW community. Are you talking about for women already knowing that these are men that are hurt and need help and support and stuff like that?
Yes, exactly. What basically is happening, Manny, is that a lot of these guys feel that women should not go to their YouTube channels where they are creating MGTOW content and talking shit about women, they feel these women should just stay away and not voice their opinion. And all I'm saying is that it is a public platform open to everyone. If the guys don't like the fact that it's a public platform, they should go create their own private platform somewhere else. Maybe create a Discord and only invite men there. You see what I'm saying?
That's true. Yeah.
You know, in my opinion, having women on any channel that discusses relationship dynamics, is helpful in my opinion, because we can learn more from them. We can ask them what are their thoughts about MGTOW. Why do they feel MGTOW is happening? I'd like to learn more of the female perspective. So I more so encourage that, and because I do encourage that, I get shot down by these people saying, no, it's only a space for men. So that's pretty much what I was trying to say there. A lot of these guys are just saying for the women to stay away, and this guy Mike the MGTOW Monk is basically sending people from his channel, sending his subscribers to other channels, especially female channels that not necessarily attack Mike's message, but respond to it and share their thoughts about it. He's sending these guys over there to put in hashtag chameleon purge and downvote their videos, just solely on the reason for just downvoting them and the fact that they're a woman and they have an opinion. I think that's pretty shitty, man.
Yeah.
Is that all you have to say about that?
No, I mean, I understand what you're saying. Like the fact, it makes sense that if they're getting upset that women are in this group, gets this free public platform, then in that sense, they should make something else. If it's really bothering them, but if it's not, or maybe they're just getting, it could be also that they could be getting upset. The women, the guys getting upset with the women or what they're talking about. It could be that too.
Yeah, no, I hear you, man. I hear you. Well, let's continue with the video here because there's more to it.
Okay. So this guy, Red Pill Ghost, was challenging the views and challenging many of the things that Mike the MGTOW Monk has been doing that are wrong and that are hurting these men in similar ways that I've been challenging it. So like I mentioned in my example a few minutes ago, I reached out to Red Pill Ghost. I left him a nice comment, and I said, hey man, great video. I fully agree with you on this. I would love to collaborate with you on something. Maybe we can do an interview at some point. I'd love to support you on this, He got back to me, fairly quickly and said, sounds like a good idea. I'll get back to you later on. And then a few days went by, and today I get another comment back from him stating that, he politely is declining my offer, because he just doesn't want to get that involved. He just wants to do his own thing and not really get involved with any of the drama. Now, I cannot blame the guy for not wanting to get involved with any of the drama. Okay? And I'm not going to sit here and call out RPG in the same ways I've called out Mike the MGTOW Monk, because I honestly feel RPG is a good guy. And
okay, let's stop right there. I mentioned I'm not going to sit here and call out RPG. I said that RPG is a good guy. Keep that in mind, Manny. Okay?
All right.
Because a lot of people are saying that what I am about to say here as this video goes on is a shaming tactic, trying to shame RPG, which is the furthest thing from the truth. But we'll get to that in a second, so keep that in mind.
All right.
He has a good heart, and he actually cares about the well-being of people. He actually cares about the well-being of men. And I think he even, respects the good women that deserve respect. I don't think that RPG is the type of guy that is out there to attack people. He's just out there to create peace, just like I am trying to create. Okay? But the issue I have with this is that, is that RPG, you put out a statement out there. You shared how you feel. And that is exactly how you feel. But you're not willing to stand up for it by taking it any further than just creating 1 or 2 videos. And because you receive some backlash from these idiots out there that are following Mike the MGTOW Monk and other, MGTOW Manosphere channels, out there, because you got attacked by these guys, you just don't want to put up with it. You don't want to deal with it. So in essence, you don't want to stand up for what you believe in anymore. You put it out there, you got some repercussion, which should have been expected. And because it's getting a bit hot, you don't want to continue standing up for what you believe in.
Okay. Let's stop right there, Manny. Let me ask you something. Okay. When you believe in something, like if you believe in something and you know there are other people that don't believe in it, okay, do you change your beliefs just because other people don't believe in it? Or do you change your beliefs because you fear repercussion or something like that? If you believe in something, how do you react to it? What do you do?
I don't care what they have to say. Like, I mean, we're talking like God and that type of stuff, like universe, all that. I already have my mind set up. No one's gonna change that for me, So no, if someone, I mean, you can take people's opinions or not, but in the end of the day, it's up to you, man. Because can you hear me?
No, I can hear you. I'm just, still listening to what you're saying. I mean, what I'm trying to figure out is that if you believe in something, okay, like for example, if I feel there's somebody out there that is doing something that is hurting people, I'm going to call them out. And no matter how much backlash I get from others that may be associated with him or know of him or her, whoever it is, I'm still going to continue to fight for what I believe in. If I put out a video calling somebody out or making a statement, I'm not going to back off after that, especially if other people come to me and either challenge those opinions or views, or they actually like those views and they want to collaborate with me to further get the message out there. So that's all I'm saying, is that I feel, especially in this community here, and it's happening even outside of the MGTOW Manosphere community, but I'm using this for an example. Okay, I honestly feel that a lot of people, a lot of guys have a lot to say about things they don't like, but they only take it so far because they fear the repercussion. They've either received repercussion, they've been doxxed, which this guy here, he's been doxxed. I've been doxxed. My real name is out there. It's like, look, what are people going to do? They're going to show up at your fucking door? I mean, seriously, a lot of people, doxing is fucking something that is the most childish fucking thing on the planet there. Okay? But the bottom line is, if somebody wants to find you, they can find you. Okay? What I'm trying to say here, Manny, is that, if you believe in something and you put something out there, especially in a YouTube video, and then you back off, it's why even put it out there in the first place? Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not trying to be disrespectful to anyone, but how can you validate something and say that that's what that person believes in when after you reach out to them, they're not willing to take it any further? And they just back off. I just don't understand that. So that's all I was trying to say, Manny. Am I confusing you, man?
No, I'm just tired, man.
Tired? That's fine, man. No, we're not going to go too long. We're going to go another maybe 20 minutes or so, get through this
All
this
right.
part of this video, and then go through. You've had a long day?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely. Worked 11 hours, then worked an hour at the gym, and then came home. So it's a pretty long day.
Oh, okay. All right. yeah, maybe this wasn't a good night to do it after all. But let's just get through this very briefly here, and then we will wrap this up in the next 20 minutes or so, 15, 20 minutes. Let's continue.
All right, sounds good.
I'm not disrespecting you, RPG. I'm on your side. I actually like you. And my offer will always stand to work with you in any capacity, whether it's an interview, some live streams together, or whatever. Because in all honesty, like I mentioned in the past, Mike the MGTOW Monk is hurting people. Okay? He's a 28-year-old thug, okay, that lives in the ghetto. I've seen his lifestyle. I've seen his videos. And it's one of his latest videos where he got 4,000 subscribers. He was smoking weed on camera while one of his friends was driving. What kind of a message are you sending men by doing that? Now, I understand, in most states it is now legal to smoke weed recreationally, but you shouldn't do it in the way that you're doing it. You're doing it in a way where it's just not right. I mean, I don't really even think you should come on camera and smoke weed, because you're portraying yourself as a thug if you're doing that. You're portraying yourself as a low-value man that no woman out there is going to be attracted to. No high-value woman out there is going to be attracted to. Now, there are some women out there that like thugs, and maybe they're thugs themselves. No disrespect. If that's the kind of life you want to live, that is up to you, whether you're a male or a female. Okay? But if you're looking to attract high-quality women, you need to be a high-quality man. And Mike the MGTOW Monk does not represent... He does not represent anything anywhere near being a high-value man. No disrespect. It's just who he is. That's how he wants to live his life. That's how he wants to live his life. Okay? But yeah, he put out that video, and I'm just like, wow. I can't believe, there are guys following this stuff. I can't believe that he has all this traction for behaving like a 28-year-old juvenile little boy, and also claiming that he's MGTOW Monk when I don't really think he is MGTOW Monk. I think he's full of shit, and I'm calling that out again right now. I think he's full of shit. He's not MGTOW Monk. He's probably more so PUA, and I think he's playing you guys. But I'll get more into that in a little bit. But really, very quickly, to go back
Just
to
the end of it here, Manny.
RPG thing. RPG, man.
What?
And to any other person out there that feels the same way about how somebody...
This is the part that I wanted to wrap up with here. This is the part I got scrutinized on, and I want to get your opinion on it.
These guys are behaving out there.
All right.
You got to stop being afraid to speak your mind and say it as it is. Okay? If you're going to put out a video out there to, to challenge something, and then you have someone like me or anyone else like me that comes and says, yeah, I agree with you. I support you. Let's work together and further get this message out there to truly start helping people that are being hurt by these guys that we're talking about. You've got to be willing to take it further. You can't stop. You can't just throw something out there and then back off, because then I can't validate that you actually felt that way in the first place if you're not willing to keep moving forward with it. But the reason why you guys don't want to move.
So, Manny, that's exactly what I meant there. It's like, okay, if you put out, let's say you put out a YouTube video and you're standing up for something, and basically someone reaches out to you, says, hey, I feel the same way as you do. I'd like to work with you to tackle this issue so we can, make things better for those people that are being hurt. And then they don't want to take it any further. That to me pretty much invalidates, the initial, message, in my opinion. I mean, what are your thoughts about that?
Um, I don't know. I guess as I'm hearing you, like, I think the biggest thing is like, if I mean, people are gonna put out content as they want. You know what I mean? That's the one thing. That's the one thing. Great thing about YouTube. Like, you do whatever you want to do. Games, you can do that. You do. You want to do exercising. I guess in a way, I'm saying like, people are gonna say what they're gonna say, but we're all going through a journey. We're all going. Most of us are going through the hero's journey. Slaying dragons, trying to come back to change. Even with MGTOW, like with the guys on there, like I'm just hoping that they could seek help.
Okay. All right. No, I know you're a little bit tired, man. A lot of people are ripping on myself and you in the chat. That's going to happen. People don't. I didn't even know that you worked a very long day, or else I would have said, "Hey, we should probably do this another time."
No, it's all
It,
right. I don't mind.
the bottom line is this is what I want to say about it. If you believe in something, if you have a passion in something, okay, um, if you make a statement, okay, you need to stick by that statement, or else why would you make the statement in the first place?
Are we talking
Okay.
about like integrity
Um,
in a way, like for men, like pretty much let your yes be yes and your no be no.
if we go back to the example that I've been trying to mention here, maybe it's been confusing to you and everyone else. What happened was Red Pill Ghost put out a video, a couple videos, and he was basically calling out Mike the MGTOW Monk about his behavior online, his practices online that are not only hurting the men that are following him, they are also hurting people that he's sending to their channels to attack them with downvotes, to attack them with this hashtag chameleon purge, solely on the fact that they're a man or a woman that don't agree with his message. It's a very, very childish thing that Mike the MGTOW Monk is doing. It's a very fucking childish thing. Okay, and what I feel is happening with Mike is that he's not uplifting these men that have just come off of a divorce or a marriage. What he's basically doing is more so hurting them and keeping them in a negative state rather than uplifting them. Now, this guy, Red Pill Ghost, he put out a video similar like I did. And when I reached out to Red Pill Ghost and I asked him, I said, hey, look, man, I feel the same way as you do. I'm passionate about this. I feel what Mike is doing is hurting people. You seem to be on the same page as I am on, trying to help people. Let's collaborate together and do something where we can make a difference to hopefully try to fix this. So men don't get hurt. So not only men, but even other women that are being attacked on their channel throughout this whole thing that Mike is doing, or by this whole thing Mike is doing. Okay. So, after I reached out to him, Red Pill Ghost, to praise him for feeling the same way on a similar issue, on the same issue, which is what I'm trying to say, he basically didn't want to go any further than that. He said, that's all I want to do. I just wanted to put out my video and I don't want to fight this anymore. All I'm saying is that, why would he put that out there in the first place if he wasn't willing to stand by it no matter what came his way? It just seems like he put it out there and now he's just backing off. So it's kind of hard for me to validate something if someone's not willing to keep pushing forward on it. And a lot of people are saying the reason why he's not, pushing forward is because he was doxxed. Okay, he went through a lot of the same shit I went through on my former channel. He was attacked, he was doxxed. But come on, man. I mean, seriously, what are these people really going to do? Oh, I'm going to dox you. Oh, I'm going to send pizzas to your house. Oh, I'm going to do this and that. Okay? All I'm trying to tell people is that don't fear if you actually feel something. Stand up for yourself. If you're going to make a statement, you need to stick to it and stand up to it and stand up for it. If not, how can you validate it? Masculine energy is about making a statement and not giving up until you come through on that. And I just feel, I'm not trying to shame the guy, okay? I'm not trying to, I like red pill ghosts. I'm not trying to shame the guy. I'm just saying, why give up? Men don't give up. And it seems like men nowadays are giving up because they have fears. Men are supposed to be fearless. So that's all I'm saying, man. Maybe I wasn't clear enough. I'm sorry if I wasn't, man, and I know you're tired. But, Holly, I did not shame the red pill ghost. You think what you want to think. You're entitled to your opinion, okay? It's all good. I did not shame the guy. I'm trying to uplift the guy. I'm trying to encourage the guy. It's more encouragement, not shaming. I'm trying to encourage the guy to continue moving forward on something he believes in or anything he believes in. But he's holding back because he fears repercussion from being doxxed and stupid idiots out here on YouTube. That's all I'm saying, Manny.
I have a question, but does it really matter? In a way, like, does it really matter? Everyone's gonna say stuff. They're gonna talk crap, but who cares? Like, in a way, who cares? You just gotta keep doing what you gotta do.
I get that, Manny, but he's not talking crap. He's a good guy that actually feels this way, and he believes.
Well, I didn't say him. I just said in general. I'm talking like as a whole.
Look, I understand what you're saying. The reason why it's bugged me so much is because I care about men and women, but men are struggling nowadays. Men are losing their masculinity for many, many reasons. Okay, and I want to uplift men to be the strong men they once were. And the strong men that I grew up with, father, my grandfather, etc., were strong men that never stopped the fight in anything they believed in. That's the way I was raised. Maybe that's why people misunderstand me right there. So, hey, you know what? Maybe I'm old school. Like Charles F. Grace said earlier, you call me OG. Maybe I'm an old school gangsta. And maybe these new young bucks can't handle this shit. But men are men. And I care about men, and I want men to be men. I want men to be fearless to go after what they want. And that's all I'm saying.
I don't think it really matters. I mean, I understand you're trying to, and we just gotta be people. We gotta love each other. We just gotta move forward as a society in the world that we all live in. I don't know. I feel like sometimes like everything doesn't matter because the most important thing that matters in life is are we loving hard? Are we helping each other? Are we building each other up? I don't think it matters. Like people are gonna say what people are gonna say. That's how I see it. I see like pretty much like why bother? Why care about what someone else is gonna say? We just gotta do what we're called to do, man.
Okay, so in other words, we shouldn't reach out to people that feel the same way about certain things and try to work with them to create better good. Because in other words, and no disrespect, Manny, I love you to death. I'm challenging you now because it sounds like to me that's what you're saying. Like
what?
Well, it sounds like to me what you're saying is that you should just let that shit go. And for me, it's all about, I think people that are on the same page on something should be able to get along and work together to create better good for other people that are suffering over that subject that they're concerned about. And that's all I'm saying, man, is that people give up way too easily. They're like, okay, fuck it. It's just not worth it. The repercussions not worth it. I do feel passionate about this. I do wish things could be different, but because it's just too much and it's so hard and I might get doxxed or whatever, I'm gonna stop believing in what I believe in. And that's all I'm saying, man. That's all I'm saying. So maybe I'm confusing you, man. I don't mean to be doing that. I'm just saying that I feel men should not give up no matter what on anything that they believe in or want to accomplish. That's all I'm saying. And I wasn't trying to shame Red Pill Ghost. He's a great guy. I just think if he or anyone else believes in something or has an issue on something, they should fight for it, like what men have always done. Men fight for what's right.
There's a time and place for everything. I believe that, in a way, like even the Bible says, even the scriptures say, like, there's ways of doing things. Like even look at Jesus. I'm going to just give you an example. He always wasn't fighting, especially the time when he got crucified, against the Pharisees and Sadducees. Like, he didn't fight. He just, in a way, we got to listen to our intuitions. Everyone has an intuition. And I believe we all have messages in life. We're all finding our own truths within ourselves. So I just what I have seen and what I've seen people miserable. I've seen people that are like have their passions, their dreams and stuff like that. I just say like we have one life. We just need to focus more on what we're called to do, our motivations, our dreams. You know what I'm saying? Because I think sometimes we go argue, or I mean, we all have our own beliefs and we all have our own truths. So, like, I know you're trying to help, but if the person's set in their mind, they're never going to change in that sense. Because the only person that could change is within themselves.
Sure.
As well.
I understand that, but I mean, does that mean that guys like me just don't reach out to people anymore? Because many people that
I don't think on social media is the best thing though. Like I think sometimes social technology has its consequences and has its good things. I think with the world that we're living in, yeah, technology has advanced so much, but sometimes it could be something against us, especially like Twitter. Like I don't know if you follow up. I don't know you listen to a lot of Joe Rogan, but he talks a lot about how people are getting banned for like talking about certain things. Like I don't know. I just hear all these crazy things in politics, and I don't know. I just think sometimes we're arguing over silly things that I'm not saying that you shouldn't help other men, but maybe sometimes social media is not the best platform. It depends. It depends on how you approach it, how you your perspective. If that makes sense.
Okay. No, I think social media is a phenomenal way to get your message out there. I just think that YouTube, the way the privacy system was created, it's very easy for people to create issues out here. So you have to kind of learn how to navigate it yourself, just like I did. Between running my former channel, what ended up happening back then and now. Okay. And I think it's about finding the right audience as well. For me, what really gets to me is just one thing. It's not about. There were some people in the chat mentioning Eli. When they say they don't want to collaborate with you, they just don't want to collaborate with you. No is no. Okay. I've been watching RPG stuff. He's a really good guy. He's a nice guy, and I am actually a nice guy. I'm a good guy. Okay. And I did not know that he was a part of a Discord group with some people that were a part of the Mad Shangy Discord group that didn't like my message. So I think what ended up honestly happening was after I reached out to RPG, and he was he thought it was a good idea. He probably reached out to some people in his Discord, asked them about me, and because of that, he made a decision to not want to work with me. Maybe that's what happened. Okay, and I just don't think that's cool. If the man has,
I was gonna say, why does it bother so much for you? If they don't want to collaborate, like this is how I look at it. I get out to a lot of people like, hey, you want to do something? Hey, you want to do something? If they don't, it doesn't matter. Just in a way, you gotta. We pretty much have to let go and move forward.
Because for me, when I know somebody's a good person, I want to pay them props. It's in my heart to acknowledge them and to support them naturally. That's where my heart is at.
Right.
Okay. And so when I know somebody has the same heart as I do deep down inside, and they're being manipulated by other people that are saying that I'm not a good person to work with, yeah, that's kind of shitty. That's another reason why I left that Discord, is because that kind of behavior was happening. And for me, look, I don't judge people, Manny, based on what other people tell me. And I try not to judge people at all, because judging people's bad. But I make my decision on whether I want to, work with somebody or not based on my experiences with them, which is another reason why I left the Mad Shangy Discord, because they were trying to tell me who not to associate with, which is the same thing as saying, we're trying to tell you what to do. So I just, that just does not fly with me. Okay. And in all honesty, Mandy, here's the thing. I'm not gonna be focusing a lot more energy. A lot of the people that are in this chat here are from the Manosphere community. They are not my target market. The only reason why I've kind of, stuck my nose in a little bit is because I feel there are some creators out there that are hurting otherwise good men, that are being misled. And if I can somehow, throw something in there, and maybe one day these guys will come back and see some of my videos and say, hey, you know what? Maybe let's look and see if this is the right thing to do.
Yeah, I have a question. Do you
Yeah.
feel like this is your passion? Is this like your goal in a way? Because I understand, like, this is how I see it. I understand. Listen, guys in that group, MGTOW, whatever. I'm not judging them as whatsoever because that's not how I roll. This is how I see it. If they're hurting, I get it. I've gone through a separation. I've gone through a divorce. I get it 100%. Um, and when I'm saying it's through the process in the last 2 years, I've been the process of healing everything. And I understand how guys feel. Like, maybe some of them are not going to want to bother with women. I get it because I've been hurt, and I guess I get it. But the thing is, like, in the end of the day, like, I know you and me, we're going to do our jobs. We're going to try to help as much people. But it's up to them if they want to take it. It's up to them if they want to take the wisdom. It's up to them if they want to, take that offering. But we do our job, like, as coaches, as counselors, as just people in general. Our calling is more to to love people as hard as much as we can, and especially in the life coaching business, we know that we can't. We just help them, we guide them through their past. But in the end of the day, it's up to them if they want to change. Because that's what I have been realizing the last 2 years since going my separation, going through my divorce. I'm learning that we need community, we need a tribe, and maybe for these guys, this is their tribe, this is their community. They're all hurting. I'm, and trust me, I understand about pain. I understand about what it is to lose grandparents, what it is to lose like people you love and stuff like that, and they're hurting. And maybe for them, this is kind of like helping them vent, getting things out. Because remember, like, all these different things and platforms, which they can be our safe spaces or safe containers in a way. And sometimes there'll be toxic people, and they'll crack that container. And then you got to realize, okay, this is what's going on. I need to change this. So what I'm saying pretty much, I understand those guys are hurting because I've been through it. We could try to help them, but if they don't want to take our advice, they don't want to take our advice. And we just got to move on. We got to move forward to whoever wants that help, because that's what life coaches do. If our clients, we're giving them the best advice. We're giving them. I mean, I'm not certified life coach or anything. I'm this is a guy that wants to help people and counsel people. And if time that leads to that, fine. But what I'm learning is we just got to help each other. And especially men that are hurting, and that's why it's called MGTOW, whatever.
Right.
If women go in there and they want to say things, I'm sure listen, I don't think all women are wanting to hurt other men. That's not the way it is.
I agree with you on that.
I
agree with you on that.
And maybe they're trying to help them, and maybe for the guys, they're not ready to heal. Maybe they're still grieving. Maybe they're still in the grieving process, because there's all the different stages, especially when you're you lose a life, someone you care about and stuff like that. Maybe they're still grieving, they're still hurting, but in time they will heal. Because I don't think in my sense, in my thinking, is like any normal man, they're gonna want to heal. They're gonna recognize something is going on, and they're waking up to that, and it's like, hey, right. I need to start changing. Like, for me, I realized my health was important, especially being 34. I know I'm getting older, so I wanted to take care of myself, physically, mentally, and spiritually. And that's the things I've been working on, and that's what it's going to continue to work on. So I don't know. I could just keep talking, but I'm just saying, I understand what you're trying to help, but that's all you can do, man. You could plant that seed and just gotta move forward. If they don't want your help, fine, you move forward and you find someone else. I mean, I understand you have a kind heart, and that's a good thing. Maybe you're an empath like me. Most empaths are highly sensitive. In other words, that I could feel the energy of the room, or I could feel people's hurt and pain and sorrow. But learning to reflect that. But what I'm saying is, like, if these guys are hurting, women are coming in, maybe they're trying to encourage them. If there's some women that are trying to hurt them, then you can kick them out. It's pretty simple. Kick them
Yeah.
out, block them, whatever.
Sure.
But I understand that this is a group, MGTOW, whatever. These are guys just like me who has gone through divorce that are hurting. Maybe they got kids. Maybe they have different situations. Because sometimes it's crazy. Sometimes, it could be a man that has like 3 kids and he's trying to do all the work and trying to take care of them at the same time. There's a lot of different situations and that we don't know personally. Not, I mean, except you know some of these guys, and that's cool. But what I'm saying
Yeah.
is, like, we're all going through stuff. We're all in our own journey, like I said, in our own way, and we're trying to, take the path that's going to lead us to success and stuff. So
I understand where you're coming from, Manny. And by the way, to the person that asked, it said I'm probably not even listening to Manny. I was listening to every word he was saying. Okay. Let me respond to what you said with this, and then we'll wrap this up. So I know we got to wrap it up. I know you're tired. What I am concerned about the most is people being brainwashed into a cult-like environment. I don't know if you've heard of the term shill. Okay, a shill is someone that pretends to be something to extract money from people, leading them to
you mean
believe
like
they're
a scan
getting.
artist?
Go ahead.
I said, can it be like a scan artist you're talking about? You said
That's
someone that's trying to
same thing. Same thing.
Okay.
A shill is basically someone that leads a group of people to believe they're getting something when they're not getting either that particular thing or they're not getting shit at all.
Oh,
They
are you,
invest. Go ahead.
I was gonna say no. Are you talking about like sheep and wolves clothing? You
Yeah,
heard that saying
exactly.
where, like,
Yeah,
in a church setting, there's a bad, like, someone that's non a believer or whatever, and they go into church and they like try to mess up everything. Yeah,
yeah,
is that what we're
yeah.
talking about?
That's another way to say it, man. And out here on YouTube and in MGTOW and in the Manosphere, they call those people shills. And those are the people that are following those channels that believe in those content creators are the men I'm concerned about. And that's the only reason why I do what I do. I don't like to attack anybody. I don't have any bad blood in my nature. I love people. I love every man and woman until they give me a reason to not love them, and then I'll still love them, but I'll just let them go. I'll just eliminate them out of my life, and that's that. But when there are people out here, like you said, on social media, especially YouTube, and they're leading a group of very hurt men that have just come off a relationship or a marriage, and they're going to these channels looking for emotional support that men need as well. And they're being shown certain things like what Mike the MGTOW monk is showing them. And here's an honest thing, Manny. Here's what really bothers me is that a lot of these guys, okay, have been feeling the same way, if not worse, for the past 2 years. I have been following the Manosphere community. I don't consider myself to be a part of it anymore, like I mentioned many times. But I have been following this community for 2 years. And after 2 years, I still see the same men, not only feeling as hurt as they were before, they're worse. They haven't improved, and we need to uplift these men. It's a problem when after 2 years, they're not getting better, they're getting worse. So that to me is saying that they're not being led properly. They're being misguided down the wrong path. And that's what I'm passionate about, Manny. That's what I'm trying to say.
What I'm hearing and thinking is like, if they haven't changed for the last years, then they're probably not going to change. To be honest, except they don't like listen. What I know about people is like you I don't know. It's just the fact that sometimes people can't. I mean, I believe that they can change, but maybe they just don't want to. Maybe they're, like I said, they're still going through that grieving period. Maybe it's taking them a little longer. The thing is, like, I understand you want to help these guys and stuff, but parts of me also feel like when they're ready, they're gonna go get counsel. They're gonna go get the help that they need. You know, we just have to. You could do your best to, like I said, give them advice, give them counsel, stuff like that. But it's a process, man. A grieving being in that pain, being in that hurt, it's a process. And the thing is that they're gonna see it, hopefully when it's not too late. And sometimes, that could lead to different coping things, like that could lead to drugs, that could lead to alcohol. It could be smoking. Think about it. Like when we are hurting and paining, we're trying to find things that's gonna make us cope and stuff like that. So maybe for these guys, they're just, they're going to that. I can't speak for them because I don't know them personally, and I'm not going to judge people that I don't know at all. Especially, I'm not called to do that. I'm called to just, be there for them, be there, whoever needs the help. That's how I look at it. I can share, like, this is the thing. We both have our own channels. Everyone has their own platforms. We all have a different message. If these guys are like just ranting, and like I said, if this is their community, their tribe, their safe container, they feel comfortable in this space, then we just gotta let them have their space. You know what I'm saying? Like we as people, we just have to, like, as we're learning, as like, and I don't know if you know this, that the fact that we have a brain and a mind, the mind is always growing. That's why it's so important for us to continue to read books, to be educated, listen to podcasts, live streams, YouTube, whatever. Our brains are always growing and developing. And what I'm seeing and what I'm hearing is, like, I know you're trying to help them. We can all do our part, but they're still not a grieving process. They're still dealing with stuff, and we just gotta over time, let them heal, let them. They're gonna be ready. When they're ready, they're gonna go see help. Because I know a lot of people. I have friends and stuff like that. I try to give them advice. I could do my best, but it's up to them if they want to take it. Maybe it'll be processing in their minds, and you just gotta give it time. So
I'm hearing what you're saying.
That's how I see it, man.
Yeah, I'm hearing what you're saying, Manny. I'm hearing what you're saying, and I understand why you're saying it.
Well, I'm saying it because I know truth, because I know my own truth. And as a person that I'm just trying to help people, love hard, be there for them. I give people time to digest and process things, especially if these are like I have heard that message a lot, that these are men. They're going their own way. Some of them are hurt. They don't want to bother with women. That's fine. Like that's their prerogative. That's whatever they want to do, because we can't force people. We can't force people to take our opinions, because in the end of the day, it's just our opinions. Remember, it's not based on fact or truth, or truth and facts. Sorry. So what I'm understanding is we can help them, but they have to make that choice. They have to make that choice if they want to get help or not. You can give them their opinions. They might be processing it, and some will and some won't, but we just got to keep moving forward. We just got to do our best to help people in a way that's more loving. So I mean, that's how I really feel. That's how I would treat anybody that I know. I could give them information, trying to help them, pray for them, whatever. And if they don't want to take my advice, they don't want to take my advice, and I got to move forward. That's how I see it.
I understand that, Manny. And listen, Manny, I totally understand what you're saying. And it's not about telling these men what to do, Manny. It's not about that. I never tell men or women what to do. I just don't like men and women being taken advantage of by other people, thinking that those people are going to help them get over a certain hump or feel better, when in actuality, they're just taking advantage of them. Such as out here on YouTube, these shills, the longer that these guys keep, the longer that these MGTOW content creators keep these men in the negative state, the longer they will stick around. If they actually help these men by uplifting them to become strong, confident, positive men, they wouldn't come around this negativity anymore. It's just too fucking negative. This whole community is so fucking negative, and it's keeping men, in a negative state where men need to be in a positive state. We need to be uplifted, and that's what gets me, man.
I hear you, but I also I know that humans are intelligent, and we're gonna. Some of us could be clouded, and what I mean by clouded is here's an example. I kind of have to share this. So pretty much when I started, as I became a follower of God, whatever Christ, I don't really care if you guys believe or not. I'm not saying anything negative anyway. So anyway, moving forward. So when I started going into this walk and stuff like that, I realized like there's gonna be people, they call it like false prophets in a way. Means teachers, preachers, they're giving the wrong information to pretty much new Christians, noobs, pretty much. And I hear what you're saying for this situation, the MGTOW community. You know, they're listening to other guys that are talking and stuff like that. But that's the beauty of the mind, man. The fact that we have to pick up our intuitions, we have to pick up our self awareness, and that's what I'm saying. Like we all have these gifts, we all have these high intuitions and stuff like that. I mean, that's what we gotta realize. We gotta realize like there, right? You would have the greatest. We're all made from energy, right? So pretty much there are negatives and there's positives, and I'm getting a little bit nerdy here, but I don't care. But understand, like we have positive and negative energies, and like for most people, some people will try to be towards the positive energy, some people will go towards the negative. But the thing is it's up to us to filter what we listen to, filter to what we watch, because we're smart people. We have this brain that we just got to continue to just be self-aware of stuff. I'm just saying, like I said, we could help these people or these guys that are hurting, and maybe they're listening to the wrong teachers, prophets, whatever you want to use the word analogy, but they have to figure this out on their own. They have to start ciphering things and filtering things. So I mean, like I said, we're smart people, man. I don't believe that anyone's stupid, and I believe that
Yeah.
sometimes we're gonna hear the wrong advice, but that's the way of life. We're gonna make mistakes. We're gonna make errors. We're human. No one's perfect. No one in this chat is perfect. And what I'm saying pretty much is like it's trial and error. We're gonna listen to some stuff. We might take their advice. We might fall flat on our face, but we learn from that. That's the beauty of things. Like when I went through my separation and divorce, I had to share this because I'm giving examples. I made a lot of mistakes, but I learned from those mistakes. I learned what to do. I learned to fight without fighting. I learned to the next time I'm with, to better take care of her in a way of being more independent, not being codependent. Learning how to, if we get into arguments, learn when to, and this is going back to redefining what a man is. A man is a person that's humble, that's gonna listen. Men are not always right. Women are not always right. But along that we continue to be self-aware and learn from each other. That's the thing, man. That's the beauty. Like I said, I have listened to good advice and I have listened to bad advice. I made some mistakes, but that's what makes us human. That's what makes us learn from these things. Is the fact that we could go through trial and error. So for these guys, they might listen to the wrong material, but hey, we're all gonna learn in our own way, in our own process. So we just gotta. Sometimes we're gonna fall flat on our face, man, and we just gotta get back up. That's what it's all about. That's the beauty, man.
You know what, Manny? Here's the thing. We'll wrap up with this, and I'm really saddened by I'm really saddened by everything, man. I'm really saddened by everything because it just seems like nobody gives a shit. Nobody gives a shit.
It's not that. It's just I'm just learning as a person. Like I said, I could help people, and they're either gonna take it or not. But that doesn't stop me from doing what I'm doing. It's not gonna stop me from my calling. Listen, people can tell me whatever they want to say, but at the end of the day, it's up to me, and that's how I see it. I know you want to help these guys, and that's a great thing. That's an honorable thing. You should be proud of that. You should embrace it as the fact that you're trying to help these guys that are hurting. But I also see it in their side because I've been on both sides. I know if I was hurting, I wouldn't. If I don't want their help, I don't want their help. But once I recognize, like, oh, like something sparks in me, something hits me, like the wake up call in my mind, then it's like, oh, I need a community. I'll give you an example. These last 2 years, like finally this last year, I'm starting to be aware of myself, that the fact that I need community, that I need people in my life that are gonna love me, that are gonna help me. But I'm also a grown man. I'm also, I have learned to be aware of things. I learned to be aware of people. And like for me, I'm in the business of wanting to help people, in the business to share my advice as much as I know. But I'm gonna help who wants my help, and the ones that don't want my help, I gotta move forward, man. That's all we can do. We can't stay stuck on people who don't want help. Because like I said, for them, they had to learn it their own way. They had to find it their own way. And for
Yes.
us, we gotta move forward. We gotta like it's kind of like a military. If your man gets shot down, what are you gonna do? Stay by his body? No, we got to move forward, man. We got to go back into battle. We got to go attack the enemy. If our mate is dead, we gotta go. We gotta keep moving forward, man. Because it's at the end of the day, it's life and death. And this is something I keep really understanding. We're not guaranteed of tomorrow. Both of us could be dead by tonight. And the truth is, as long as that we did our best, so long as that we try to love people, try to help people, try to like take care of them as much as we can. That's all we got, man. Because we're not guaranteed of tomorrow. No one is guaranteed of tomorrow. We could all be, who knows? People on this chat, they might die tonight just because that's the way life is. But I mean, I also believe in a second life. So I believe there is. This is only one aspect. I believe there's another realm too. So, like for me, we have our passions, Eli. Both of us. We want to help people. We want to love people, and we're gonna do our best to give them healthy, balanced advice. But if they don't want our help, we can't control people. We can't stop people for doing what they want to do. We just have to let them learn, let them fall flat on their face, and when they're ready, they're gonna want help. We all
I
have done
agree.
it.
I
You have
agree
done
with
it. I
that.
have done it. So
Manny, let me just respond to that real quick here because I was trying to get to that. You can jump in when I'm done and we'll wrap it up. I agree with you. When you look at people at an individual level, I completely agree with you, man. What I don't like is when people are being taken advantage of on a mass or at a mass level with the shilling and all that stuff. Okay, look, I'm not gonna go out there and talk to each man individually and try to
why
instill all
not
this
though?
in.
Why
What's
not
that?
though?
No, no, no,
Why
no.
not though?
If they want my help, I will help them. What I'm saying is that I'm not going to attack it the way I'm attacking it right now with men or women at an individual level. The reason why I feel this way is because this manosphere MGTOW community has done more damage to men than help men on a massive level. And let me tell you honestly, man, it
All right,
it
I was
did.
gonna say,
Hold on.
I was gonna say, what's the percentage? Like, what's the percentage of these men actually hurting? Like, I mean, there's billions of people in the world, so I don't. I mean, if they're hurting, what? That's why I'm asking. What's the statistics to this? Like,
There,
what's the
there
percentage
aren't any
of?
because MGTOW has no leader. It's not an organization. It's nothing. So there are no statistics. I just see it at a mass level through all of these channels that are being run by content creators claiming to be MGTOW, claiming to do this and do that to help people, and they're all a bunch of fucking damn shills. There's only a few channels out there that are legitimate, in my opinion, that really put out the right message. The rest of them are misguiding and misleading and practically stealing from men. That's what they're doing. And that's what ticks me off. It's not,
I
look, go ahead,
Go
man.
ahead.
Go ahead. No,
Well,
go
no,
ahead,
I
man.
hear that
Go
it's
ahead.
bothering you, and I hear that if there's no leader, this is not a super statistic. Like personally, I feel like I mean, why does it matter? Because people are gonna do what people are gonna do. That's how I see it. Like you and me, like you know what I'm saying. Like if this is not like if it's not hurting the entire world as a full whole, then listen, people talk crap all the time. That's the thing. Like we have the right. That's the freedom of free speech. The fact that we can say whatever we want. We have our own religions based on whatever. We could choose whatever politics. That's the beauty about America. We are rich, and I don't know if people understand that. There's the fact that there's other countries in the world, and I've seen some devastation Especially, I went with an organization. I went to Port-au-Prince in Haiti. I've seen so much devastation, so much destruction. Like, it brought me to tears, man. If you could see that as a picture, of the fact that none of this matters. None of this matters. And I say that only because you only have one life, man. And we could do as much as we can in the end of the day. And I keep saying this because it's so true, of the fact that we're not guaranteed a tomorrow. You did your best. That's all you could do. But like, none of this matters though, because this is all materialism. Everything is materialism. This doesn't matter. And then when I say that, I'm not saying I'm getting all I don't know. But what I'm saying is, like, it doesn't matter. None of this matters because we're all going to our hero's journey, and I understand that it could be bringing chaos, but what does it matter in the end of the day? People are gonna do what people are gonna do. The most important thing we should worry about is like our family, our friends, our loved ones. This is what's most important. Nothing on social media doesn't matter. It's all an illusion in a way. This is just entertainment. This is just business. It doesn't mean nothing. It doesn't mean nothing because, like I said, when you die, they're not going to take nothing with you. Nothing. And then at the end of the day, what did you do on this planet? What did you do to make a dent in this planet? I look at it as a whole. I see, like, there's, where we live is one content, but there's so much more to this world. And like, for me, none of this matters because what matters for me is my family, my friends, and what I could do to help them. And people are online. People are gonna talk crap about everything. People talk crap about the president. Let's be real. They talk about Donald Trump all the time. And does it matter? No, because he's still the president, and we still got to be able to. I mean, people could hate on Donald Trump. People could like him, but the thing is, we got to want the best for him. You know what I'm saying? He may be a clown. He may say things. Doesn't matter. What matters is he's still the president, right? And what for us, what the only thing that matters is our parents, our nieces, our sisters, our brothers. I'm just being real, man. I'm being 100% real. What matters to me is not what's on social media. It's not what people say on social media. I could give a crap about anything people say because it's just an opinion. It's just people's opinions. It's not fact. It's not true. It doesn't matter. It does not matter. And I say that I'm not saying that to disagree. I'm saying speaking within my own truth. What I have seen, what's important, is family, friends, man. That's what's most important. Because the day your mom dies, the day my mom dies, that's all we had left. So that's why we should spend more focus, more energy, and time with our parents, with our friends, because none of this matters. Or the people in our lives matter truly. And like I said, we could help people, we could encourage people, but I see it like this: all we could do is try to help them, lead them in the right direction. If they don't want it, well, I'm not gonna like stop my life for them. I'm just gonna keep moving forward. That's how I am. So I could keep talking, but I'm gonna let you say your stuff. But that's how I feel, man. For me, it doesn't matter. None of this matters. Because what matters is our lives, what we're doing on this planet, what we're doing to make a dent, and our family, our friends. That's it. And I listen to a lot of podcasts. I listen to a lot of Joe Rogan. Hey, I support Joe Rogan. I'm gonna give him a shout out. I mean, hey, he has a lot of really intelligent people. And actually, this is a great topic. I don't know if you guys listen to Joe Rogan. If you guys do on the community, go for it because he has a lot of wisdom. He has a lot of people on his show. I just heard a podcast talking about how we could age our bodies more, and I think that's really, really fascinating. How we could make the age of the process of body longer instead of having like shorter lives. So that's something I'm really intrigued and I'm gonna listen to soon. But I don't know. I just think what matters is we have a calling, we have a passion, we have a dream. We got to focus on that because, like I said, we got one life. We got to learn to love people, take care of people, do our best. They don't want advice, they don't want it. It doesn't matter. That's how I see it. I could give you advice. Like, let's say I didn't know you and you needed my help and you were a man going your own way, right? So I give you advice. You say, okay, I'll take it. I hear from you another month. I say, what's going on? How you doing? Same thing. Then I say, well, this guy don't really need my help. I guess I'll go to someone else. Hey, that's how I see it. You don't want my help? Fine. I keep moving forward because I'm not going to stop my life for you. I'm not going to stop my life for people that don't want my advice or help and stuff like that. Why? Why does it matter? Why? It doesn't. What like I said, what's important is we love our friends, our family, take care of ourselves, meet people, have a crazy adventure. But social media, none of this entertainment, it doesn't matter for me. It's just materialism. That's it. You know what I'm saying? I hope that makes sense. I just, for me, like I said, I do have a heart. I love people. I care about people. I really do. Because if I didn't care about people, I wouldn't want to help people. I wouldn't want to try.
But it
But I
sounds
did.
like but it sounds like to me you more so want to focus on your. And no disrespect, Manny. I love you like a brother,
Say your
and I
opinion,
don't.
man. It's your
Let me share
opinion.
my opinion. Is it sounds like to me reaching is to be more selfish and focus on yourself and your family and not worry about the rest of the world because because
Well, here's
the
the great
world
thing. Here's the
the
great
world's
thing.
going to figure itself out.
Oh no, no. It's not being selfish. See, you're wrong there.
Okay,
And why I
then
say, well, listen,
please
listen.
clear it up for me.
Well, no. What I'm saying is, we need to first. Okay, if you're gonna love someone, who do you love first? Yourself.
You got to love
So if
yourself
you don't
first. Yes.
right, well, right, you gotta love yourself first,
Uh huh.
right? Let's talk about love. And once you learn to love yourself, you can love other people because that's the problem with society. That's the problem with relationships and couples. Think about it. I have listened to a lot of different stories, a lot of different people's backgrounds, stuff like that. You know, and what I realized, and even for myself, I have learned to love people. But the thing was, I wasn't learning to love myself. And then until you can love yourself first, you can't love anyone else. It doesn't matter because if you can't love you, how are you gonna love someone else if you don't even know what love is? That's the thing. People gotta learn to know what love is, understand, to take care of you, because that's the bottom line, man. No one's gonna take care of you except for who? You. No
Hmm.
one's gonna do it for you. Your mom's not gonna do it. Your parents are not gonna do it. No one's gonna do it. You gotta take care of yourself. That's what I'm saying. Love yourself first, then love other people. Yes, the world is so big, man. That's the thing. That's the beauty of this planet. And the fact that the world's so big, there's billions of people. There's billions. Isn't that crazy? But like for me, like I'm not saying it's being selfish. You gotta love yourself, man. Because you can't love yourself, you're not gonna love anyone else.
I agree with you. I would.
That's
I,
that's the reality, and that's what I was trying to say. It's not being selfish. I don't think it's selfish to focus on you because isn't that's the thing we that's the thing. It's I'm going to say it like this. I'm going to put it bluntly like this. God has called me to love people. I'm going to use God because this is my story. This is what my truth is. God has given us something greater. He's given us the good news, the gospel, whatever you want to say. I don't know half of you people are Christians or not Christians. Doesn't matter. But what I'm saying is, what the truth is, at least to me, is God has given us a message. That's the most important thing. The gospel is the most important thing, the Bible for the ones who believe in it. And that's the most important thing. Our job, our mission, our greater purpose is to share Jesus, is to share the word. I mean, that's the truth, man. That's the message that Christians know and believe in. Like myself, I believe in that because I believe. I'm not saying everyone's going to hell. I'm not saying none of that. I'm just saying because I'm not God. I'm not judging you. We both have our own souls. At the end of the day, we got to deal with one person, which is God, and that should be more scary than anything else. So the fact that we're gonna die, you could die tonight, Eli, and then God's gonna say, "What did you do on this planet? What did you do for me? What did you do to spread the kingdom more?" Um, and that's how I see it. I see God has called me to love people as much as I can, but He's also I had to learn to love myself. Then I could love other people better, and then I could spread the word. That's the most important thing, man. God's word is the most important thing. If we're gonna take it that way, that's how I see it. And but for me, like I said, we could share, we could help people, encourage people, love on people. That's all we could do. But for Christians, it's different. Our Christians, for us, we believe in the Bible. We want to help people. We want to share the gospel. Some people are
mhm.
going to believe it. People are not. It doesn't matter because He's called us to move forward. He's called us, even the disciples. I'm sharing Bible stuff because this is what's in my head, man. And what I'm sharing my heart, and this is why I have learned and discovered that the fact that, you know, even the disciples, what did Jesus say in the words that he said, if people don't want to accept him, you know, to move to the next house. Even Jesus said it. That's not making Jesus selfish. That's not making me selfish. If I could share people a message, but they don't want to hear it, fine. I'm gonna move forward. They're not gonna break my heart because you know what? God told me to move forward. Even Jesus did it. Jesus told the disciples to do it. If they don't want to hear the gospel, move forward. That's all you gotta do, man. Like, and that's what I'm sharing with you. It's not that I'm going against you or disagreeing, whatever. What I'm saying is all we have to do is, you know, help people, share people. If they want to corrupt the whole planet, let them corrupt the whole planet. Because at the end of the day, the only one who's in charge of everything is God, and God's going to deal with everybody, and God's going to deal with the people who have hate, that have evil in their hearts. Because you know what's an interesting thing, that we created our own evil. We created evil. Isn't that is people like to give Satan a lot of credit for things, but
Mhm.
and Satan's so smart that he even knows the Bible himself. But the thing is that, you know, the fact that we in our hearts or in our tensions, if we're going to be evil, if we want to kill people, if we want to all these wars, think about it. How many wars have we gone through already? We've gone through so much
Too
wars.
many.
And for what? And for what? Thousands and
Lost
billions
a
and
lot of
people
lives
like that. Exactly. And there's a lot of
for
hauntings
nothing.
and there's a lot
For
of paranormal
nothing.
stuff. But you know, think about it. There's thousands and thousands of people have died for what? For fighting
Right.
over property, fighting over things that doesn't matter.
Right.
That's the sad thing. When people fight over the silliest things. Because what's important? What's important in life? God has called us, like I said, to preach the gospel. That should be the
Dude,
most important thing in our lives. Does not matter who's bickering with who. Doesn't matter. Why? Because that's not our job. That's not our mission. We can help people, give people advice. They don't want to listen to it. Move. You got to move forward. We have to move forward as a whole,
okay.
as a group. So I hope that makes sense. But that's how I see it. This is the context of how I'm taking it. I'm taking it in a perspective of a Christian perspective. There's the fact that our it's not being selfish to move forward if they don't want to need help. That's not our job. We already did our job. It's to help them, give them advice, either share Jesus, not share Jesus, love on people, tell them to go see the help of counselors, of psychiatrists, of life coaches. And if they don't want to do it, well, we got to move forward, right? That's how I see it. That's not being selfish. Is why waste more time on that than focus on what's really important? Because
Okay.
in the end of the day, we're wasting time. That's all we got is time. So we
Okay.
have to use our time wisely. We got to use our time to spend it on the people who want that time. Because I'm not. And the end of the day, if I give you advice and I didn't know you and all this, and you didn't want to take my advice, okay, I'll move forward. I leave you in the dust because you don't want my help. If you want my help, you're going to seek my help. That's how I see it. Listen, people are going to do whatever they want to do. These guys are hurt. They're going to do whatever they want to do because that's their choice. That's their prerogative. We can't stop them. They have their own mind. They have their own brains. These are smart people. They may be hurting people. I was hurt too. And I keep on going back to that conclusion because I realized for me, when I wanted help, I got help. And I'll give you an example because you want to hear stories, and I'm
When
pretty
am I
good
going
with
to get a
stories.
chance to speak on my own show, bro? I'm not trying to be rude here,
No, no, no,
but
that's fine. I'm just
go ahead,
saying.
dude.
I'm just saying. I'm giving you
No
advice.
disrespect. I
No,
know.
no, man. That's fine. I'm trying to really be real with people and with everyone here.
I agree. I agree. What I'm saying is that I think we should have a little more back and forth. I mean, no disrespect, man. I mean, you've been talking for like 15 minutes straight, and
I
the
know
chat's
because
calling.
you know
Go
why
ahead.
I did that because I'm passionate about this. I'm passionate about
Okay.
people. I'm passionate. I understand how people work, and for me, it's just I'm going
Can I?
to give them my advice. I'm going to help them if they want to help. But for me,
Yeah.
I'm just going to move forward. But that's
I'm
not being
open.
selfish.
I'm open to hear. I'm open to hearing what you have to say. I'm going to let you continue talking here 1 second. Let me just say this: the kind of guy I am, the kind of guy, the heart that I have, is I will
Yeah,
let you come on my show and cut me off twice in the middle of my response to questions you asked me, and allow you to talk for 20 minutes and not interrupt you because I care about you and I
I
respect you.
I know.
And
let's be real.
hold, let me be real a second. I'm going to turn it back. I care about you and everyone else in this
Yeah.
chat that's talking all this shit. Listen, I don't care. Look, it's all shit talk. It doesn't mean shit to me anymore. Okay? But this is the kind of shit that I do. I am listening to what you're saying, but I'm also being strong, and I'm sitting here and I'm listening to you, and I'm not cutting you off, and I'm being respectful to you, and that's the example I'm trying to create. So continue, Manny. I just wanted to clear that up.
All right.
Please go ahead.
That's fine, man. And like I said, I'm sorry if I interrupted. That's something I have to
No
work on.
apology
But like
necessary.
I said, no, I apologize only because I wasn't aware of it, because that's how my brain works. I'm sorry about that. What I'm just
No
saying
need to
is,
apologize.
well, I'm being a man. That's what a man is. A man is going to own his own mistake. Like I said, I'm apologizing because if I made a mistake, I'm sorry, man. This sometimes you gotta just tell me shut up. It happens. For me, it's not gonna hurt my feelings. You say, hey man, you're rolling too much. I'll say, okay, I'm sorry. That's all we gotta do. We just gotta better communicate. I know this is your own show, but when I get really passionate about something, really, and how I see people and how I care about people, I just go at it. So, I mean, not in a bad way. I'm just trying to help people. I mean, we're both in the same business, right? So that's what I'm trying to do.
I agree, Manny, and I respect everything you're saying. Whether it's my show or your show doesn't matter. I'm the kind of person I am. I like to have an equal back and forth, and I just wanted to answer questions that you asked. I wasn't trying to be disrespectful. It's just the chat's even starting to say, okay, this is now the Manny show and all this and that, and so you know,
I'm not even paying attention to the chat.
No, and I'm not really paying that close attention to it. I see it here on the OBS screen, and I'm just kind of skimming through it. But anyway, look, I know we need to start wrapping this up. We're an hour and 36 minutes now, and I mean, look at how crazy this is right now. We've got 33 people in the box right now, you know, because this is what these people want. Love me, hate me, whatever it is. This is what these people come for. They call me a drama king, and they say I'm intentionally stirring the drama pot. I'm not. They love the drama. Look, the numbers show it. The numbers show it. 33 people in the box right now for a channel that has under 100 subscribers. Okay. Look, my whole thing, Manny, is not about creating drama. I care about the best overall interest of everyone, male, female, or whatever you choose to be. Okay? And you know what? Maybe I have the save the world mentality, and I know it's impossible. But that's just who I am. Love me or leave me to anyone out there. Now, at an individual level, Manny, like I was going to respond to you earlier, you're right. Each man or woman has to come to terms with things on their own. You know, if they're going through something and they want to start getting better, they have to come to terms with that on their own. You can't push them into that. My only beef this whole entire time, where I've been scrutinized, is where I see people hurting people at a mass level. And I have a protective nature in my head and in my heart. And I can't help but react to that, whether it's on YouTube, through the manosphere, whether it's, in real life, wherever it's at, I have a protective nature when I see people being taken advantage of at a mass level. That's just how I am. I've always been that way from the day I came out of my mother's womb. And I'll never change that. So it's not that I don't understand where you're coming from. I completely get where you're coming from. Look, when I go through shit, Manny, I have to come to terms with it on my own. I've been through breakups. I've had my red pill rage after my breakups. But you know what? I choose to do something about it. I choose to follow more positive-minded people that are uplifting to get me back on track. And that's why I've been able to so quickly move past my last relationship. Sure, I still think about it from time to time. Okay, that's natural.
How you doing with that healing?
What's that?
I said, how you doing with the healing process of that?
Dude, I've been doing great. You want to know something? Like most people know. About 3 months ago, I met this chick, and she's an activity partner. We're hanging out. Who knows? It might turn into something more. She knows my situation. I'm honest with her. I've been honest with her about my last relationship and this whole YouTube thing. I mean, I've come so clean with her, and I've told her everything that's going on. You know, she's a great person to talk with when I go on these hikes. Okay, so look, that's the path I've chosen to take because I choose to not stay in a negative emotional state because a woman broke my heart. Yes, I did break down hard after my ex left me, and I broke down hard in one of the most strangest, most crazy ways possible live on the air on YouTube. But that's what I wanted to do. That's what I chose to do. And you know what? It is what it is. You know, that's what happened. But I chose to not stay in that state longer than a month and a half or 2 months.
Yeah, but you know what?
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I have a thought for you. No, no,
No,
no.
please.
I hear what you're saying. I'm just adding to what you're saying. It's like, but you know, maybe for us because we found like for me, and I'm not trying to steal your show at all. I don't really care. I know this is your show. What I'm saying is
No, please
that
go ahead.
I'm not trying to do that. I'm just trying to help. Because
I know
I'm
you are.
picturing stuff. So like, you know, but that was for us, you know, in a way like, okay, I used YouTube. My YouTube channel wasn't to make billions and trillions. I don't really care. That's not what
Okay.
I started. I started YouTube because for me it was more of a documentation of my life of going through my separation and my divorce. And for me, it was a way to process stuff. Yes, through social media, but for me, it wasn't. I never said anything negative, and anyone could go through all my videos. I don't really care. I had never said anything negative about my ex or anything like that. I've never mentioned her name because, you know, first of all, it's none of people's business, and you know, as I love her, I still love my ex. I'm gonna be real. I still love my ex-wife, but you know, she chose her path. Chose mine. So that's fine. But I realized I'm not going to beat her up on social media. I would never do that because I don't think it's our job to. Our job is to love our loved ones, you know. And for me, like that's what I'm trying to go back to. Like for me, it's been a process these last 2 years of
Mm-hmm.
my hero's journey. You know, slaying dragons, learning more about myself. You know, going out to try different adventures. You know, seeking nectar. Like all these things has been really positive for me, and I chose. I always been a person that's positive and optimistic, and that's just my natural character of who I am. But like that's what I'm saying. For us, maybe it was a little bit faster to heal, to go through that process of healing. That's why I mentioned about how you're doing, but the process of you know, you we both were heartbroken, but we both took a different route. We both chose to stay positive, to move forward. But that's you and me. But some of these guys, they're probably still hurting and they're still going through the grieving process. But it's gonna take time for them. You know what I mean?
I
We,
I agree.
so we just gotta, you know, let them do their own thing. If they want to kill each other on social media, go for it. I'm not saying that to be a jerk. I'm not saying that to say like I don't care. I do care, but they're gonna do what they're gonna do. But you know, like I said, and you like you've been saying, you're trying to help these guys. You don't want them to stray to different prophets, false teachers, whatever. But they're gonna still do what they're gonna do. Trust me, I have gone and the experience I've learned about churches and stuff like that. I had I'm gonna wrap this up because I know you want to go back, but I just wanted to. I was talking about the process of healing, and I wanted to understand you. And then when I'm here with these guys, some of these guys are maybe still in the grieving process. But pretty much, I have been to. I never been banned or anything like that in a church, but I had someone trying to share me stuff, and I was listening to stuff on social media, and you know he's trying to help me, whatever. I'm giving you my situation. So you know, it took me maybe a week or two to realize that like, maybe he's right. Maybe the advice he gave me is right. And that's what you're doing. That's what you're doing. That's what we're going back to you. The fact that you're trying to help these guys, they're listening to the wrong information on social media, but it's going to take them time to realize that, like, oh, maybe I should listen to Coach Eli, or oh, maybe he's right on some stuff on his videos. But we had to give them time to realize that, though. That's all I'm trying to say.
Okay.
And I hope that
No,
makes sense for
it
you
does.
and for everyone out there.
Manny, you make absolute perfect sense. I understand totally where you're coming from. I think what people don't understand where I'm coming from is what I mentioned earlier. I have a save the world type of mentality. I care about people, you know, at a general level. I care about the well-being of people at a general level, no matter who they are or where they come from. Okay, and when you have that type of outlook, you know, um, it's really hard to take a side when people ask you to take a side on something, because I just want to accept people for the way they are and who they are. Okay. Also, like I said again, and this is my thing, when people are being taken advantage of at a grand in a grand scale level, that's what really sets me off. Nothing beyond that sets me off. I just don't like it when people, can gather a large group of people to follow them on a false promise, make them believe they're going to get something for the money they invest, and then they get embezzled. Okay, and that's the kind of shit that's always bothered me. It's always bothered me since I was old enough to be able to comprehend shit like that in my teenage years. So whenever I see this shit happening, I have a natural reaction, a natural protective reaction, and maybe that's, I don't know. Is that a problem? Really? Is it a problem to care too much about people? Is it a problem to care about people? Like, are people mad at me because I care about them too much, and I care about their safety and well-being? That's all I got to say. I'm not telling people what to do. I'm not telling them which way to go. I'm just trying to protect them from the bad, from what I've learned based on my past experiences. That's my primary purpose right there. If you guys want to know it, guys and gals want to know it. That's pretty much all I have to say, man. I mean, I don't know what else to say. I've been real. I've been transparent. We talked about it. You got your say. I think it ended up being a good show. By the way, you miraculously woke up at the end of the show there, Manny. You were kind of falling asleep during my video, but that's okay, man. I know my videos suck. So
No, it's not that. Like I said, I have worked 11 hours plus working out, but that's a good thing. I mean, I'm a man. The fact that I'm putting a lot of effort and energy into work, into working out, all that. No, when you were talking about that, you made me think of what people think of church systems of different churches, because you mentioned about someone scanning someone, and that's exactly what you mentioned about what church can be to people that are outside of the church world. They think that, these are the scam artists, people wanting to get this money. This is like pretend God up here and all this. You just made me think of churches and how people see it as a church. I don't know. I hope that makes sense, but for me, that's how I see it. You just said it just makes me think like of a cult. Like, the definition of a cult, a group of people following to this one person that they can see or not see. Right.
Mm-hmm. We know what a cult is, brother.
Yeah, I know. It just makes me think of the church system. How a lot of people, that's why a lot of people don't like religious things or religious system organizations, because they think, these are people that are scanning money. And that's what you're trying to do. It's like, and it's that, I mean, it's a really good thing what you're trying to do.
It's the same concept. What you're mentioning, not trying to interrupt you, it's the same concept you're mentioning. The religious cult, all those TV evangelists and all that shit. Sorry, I have a throat lozenge and it went down the wrong pipe. It's those TV evangelists, some of those that have made false promises to get donations, and then they embezzle money. Then they take that money and they don't do with it what they promised to do with it. Right? That's the shit I can't stand, man. So what you just mentioned there, Manny, is exactly what I'm most passionate about protecting people from, are scumbags, like people that take advantage of others in that way. That's all I'm saying. Besides that, it's all good. I just don't like people that try to take advantage of others for their own personal gain. I don't like that. I like people that are honest, ethical, and genuine. Okay? What's wrong with that?
No, I hear what you're saying, man.
How come it's putting you to sleep though? It's putting you to sleep. The thing is, what I'm saying here,
I know, I was listening.
in a perfect world, which
there is no perfect world.
What you're saying, dude, there is exactly what you're saying is there is no perfect world. But for me to even think that maybe we could better this world to get closer to the goodness I'm trying to create and talk about, it seems like it makes you cringe and other people cringe. It just seems like people are just, okay, it is what it is. That's just the way it is. Let's not focus on making it any better. Let's just accept it and move on. That's what I'm hearing.
But isn't that the only thing we can do? Because
Nope.
we're not gonna die. Well, we're not gonna die
We
over
can
sleep. I
choose to
wouldn't
do
die over
that.
sleep.
Manny, we can choose to withdraw like these MGTOW people are and say, I accept it the way it is. Or we can do whatever we can do within our hearts and souls to try to make this a better place. And that's all I'm trying to do. Whether people love me or hate me, all I'm trying to do is make the world a better place. And I'm not giving up. I'm fighting. So some
So
people
that's
want to fight,
do
some
you
people
feel
don't want to
like,
fight.
I was gonna say real quick. So do you feel like that's your calling in life? This is your main
Absolutely.
mission.
Absolutely.
This is your purpose in life.
Absolutely.
This for this
Absolutely.
group only, or for everyone?
For everyone. No, I'm not talking about this. This has nothing to do with MGTOW. They're just the ones that get off on this shit the most. What I'm talking about is in general. I'm talking about at a global level, not even just the U.S. Every country. I believe in unity, Manny, and we spend more time fighting here in the States. We spend more time fighting over left and right wing views than just saying fuck the parties. Let's just work together to create better goodness. It's bullshit, man. I'm tired of all the bullshit. I'm tired of bullshit. Let's all work together, collaborate, and create better good for everyone.
I'm laughing because you say you're tired of it, but I mean, I don't know. Like for me, I don't know. I could do my best. I could help people, but they don't want to hear me. I had to move forward, man. I can't stop. Like I feel like I have a greater calling than just
Okay, it's your choice.
you know. Well, but that's the thing. Like these are choices that we choose. We have choices every day. We can make a choice to help people. We can choose not to help people. But
Correct.
that's a choice, right?
Right.
And I mean, I hear what you're saying. You're trying to help this group of people, but you say you're also gonna help everyone else. All we gotta do, bro, and you know this, is to do the best we can to encourage, lift up people, help them, maybe show them the light or whatever. Um, but if they don't want to do that, man, we can't stop them. That's the thing. We can't stop people from doing what they want to do. I mean, and that's the reality, and it kind of sucks. But the ones that want our help are gonna come to us to want that help. And like even for preachers and pastors, youth ministers, like I see it because like I have grown up in the church world and I've grown up knowing God and Christ and everything like that. What I see is like there's gonna be kids that are gonna want help. There's gonna be adults that want help, want prayed for, want what they need, but we can't force them. They're gonna like think about it. There's billions of people that go to church every Sunday or Saturday sometimes, and I doubt that everyone gets hit by the message all at once. But in own time, and that's the beauty about being a human. We go through so much through the process that
Yeah.
we have to make that. We have to make those decisions. We have to make those choices. Okay, I'm going to choose to do something good today, or I'm going to choose to do something bad. But it's still a choice. That's the great thing about free will.
Right.
You know? I hope that makes sense for you. I mean, I see it in this perspective. So
Yeah, and Manny, let's wrap up with this because we're at an hour 52. We need to end this because it's getting close to 2 hours. But look, man, I understand where you're coming from completely, and I want to say this: you and I have become good friends from my former channel, and if I came off obnoxious to you in any way, I apologize for that. I can be man enough and come out and say that it wasn't my intention to do so. Just like you, I'm very passionate about what I believe in.
yeah,
I think the difference with me is that what I think are realistic expectations of the world are unrealistic in most people's eyes, and that's where the massive confusion is with me. But that doesn't mean I can't hope and dream and continue fighting, with the strength that I have to try to
yeah,
get it there. That's my choice. And if people want to
right,
follow that, they want to follow that. If not,
right.
that's okay. Okay,
Yeah,
but
it's pretty much like the Bible. Like people are gonna follow Jesus, people are gonna follow God. If they don't want to, you just gotta move forward. Like, 'cause that's all we could do. We can't. I mean, the beauty about God too is the fact that He loves everyone, and I really believe this. I really He gives everyone second chances. He always does. We make mistakes all the time. You and me. I'm clear myself because I'm a human. I make mistakes all the time.
yeah,
But the thing is, but that's the beauty about God. That God will love you no matter what. God
right.
will he wants to save all his children. He knows in reality, not everyone's, there's going to be lost sheep, there's going to be lost kids of his, but he never gives up. And I understand that's what you're saying pretty much. That you want to help these guys. You want to, in a way, you want to save these guys. But some of them are going to get your help. They're going to follow you like sheep, and then the other ones are going to like be lost. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's funny. I got to mention one thing. I know exactly. I heard what you said. I love how JB Gunner is bypassing my bad words filter by spelling cuck CUKK. What a fucking moron. Anyway, JB, I am not interested in your offer. I'm just going to make you aware. I don't care. I wouldn't care if you paid me $5,000 an episode to do a show called King and the Cuck. I have a lot more self-respect for myself, and it's not about the money for me. And yes, do I want to make money? If it's possible to make money out here on YouTube, absolutely. But I've been transparent about it and how I'm going upon it. But I come out here every day and I give all my content out for free, out here for free. Okay. So JB, I'm not interested in working with you. Whether you email me or Hangouts message me or whatever, you'll get the same answer. I'm not interested in collaborating with you in any way, shape, or form, JB. There's nothing in common for us. That's all I'm going to say. So you can stop spamming my chat now. Thank you. Anyway.
Yes.
Because we're not moderating right now. We're not even really paying attention to it. And yes,
I can't really focus about that.
You know what?
I was just trying to focus on this dialogue with you.
Yeah, some dude put out a comment. I was glancing at it, a few minutes back. And he said, Eli is capable of ignoring the chat. I'm capable of ignoring whatever the hell I want to ignore. I've learned a lot from my past experiences out here. Okay, so there's your answer to that. But Manny, yes, my apologies to you if it came off harsh. I know you're very passionate about your beliefs, and so am I. And for the most part, Manny, we may not be exactly on the same page. I don't think any man or woman are ever going to be exactly on the same page. But I think my heart and your heart are in the same place. Is that fair to say? Our hearts are in the same place of how much we care about people.
We just have maybe we have different perspectives, but at the end of the day, we're just trying to help people and share what we share our knowledge to them, try to help people. We're doing it in different ways, and maybe I'm taking it as a biblical stance, like in a way I want to help people know Christ, know how much God loves them. You're wanting to help this group of people that are hurting guys, and this is the way you're trying to help them and your passions and stuff. And I see what you're saying. Like, we both have the ways we're going to do it, and that's the beauty. We both have different perspectives. We all see things differently. So, at the end of the day, you just got to do your best. Once, like I said, people are going to take it, people are not. You just got to move forward. And not just saying that I'm being selfish, I don't care. It's just I have learned, why should I waste more time on people who don't want my help than the ones that want my help? That's how I see it.
No, I agree with you. All I was saying, Manny, is that we both have a big heart and we care about people. How we get there to help those people may be on a different path. But what I'm saying is that we genuinely care about people. There has to be something we can agree on, so this chat doesn't think that we're totally opposite ended here.
Oh, I'm just listening. Sorry. No, man, I hear you. That's a cool thing, though. I think the information that we try to help everyone here, I'm hoping that's helpful. I'm hoping that they, understand both our different concepts, but the fact that we're just trying to love people, we're just trying to help people, and just move forward. Some people are gonna say what they want to say, but we can't let. That's the thing. People's words are just people's words. But if you choose to give those words power, you're giving that person power, and that's only hurting you. That's only making you stagnant instead of moving forward. So the thing is, people are gonna say what they're gonna say. They want to talk crap, let them talk crap. But we can't always listen to everything people say, especially on the internet. The internet's like the worst place. I'm sure a lot of people trash talk Donald Trump. Let's be real. I'm sure they do. But you think he cares? No. He's actually caring probably about the wall, and I don't know who else. So,
yeah, no, I hear what you're saying, man, and again, I'm just at a loss for words right now because it's a lot to take in, man. It's a lot to take in, and the chat is right. I think you and I had a real conversation tonight. I think you and I have gotten to know each other better tonight than we ever have, and really started to see, um, you know, each other's views. And we can still be friends at the end of the day, Manny. I still respect you. I still want to do
I mean, no,
things with
that's
you.
fine, man. I get it.
Yeah,
We're both in the same game of wanting to help people, love people, and take care of people. So I think that's the most important thing. And as long as we do it in a loving, positive, not toxic, not because like I said, words could help. Like we give people who say bully us or whatever you want to call it, say talk trash on the internet. It's just words, but we give it power. We're just in a way we're just letting them win. You know what I'm saying? People are gonna say whatever about us. I don't care. Let them talk crap. It doesn't bother me. It doesn't hurt me because it's just their opinion. It's not fact. It's not truth. So why does it matter to me? I mean, to me, it doesn't matter. But that's like I said, that's my perspective, and that's how I see it. And then you can see it. We all have the way we're gonna see things. So I hope that helps. I hope everyone could take a lot from this. What's the chat saying? Because I'm not really paying attention.
they're all over the place, man. It's too much. I'm probably going to go back and watch the replay at some point, and the chat's on screen, so I'll end up watching it on my big screen flat panel, and I'll be able to see the chat there as well. That's why I embed the chat on the.
You can watch it,
Yes.
eat some popcorn, have a whiskey, just chill.
Yeah, so let's wrap this up, Manny. Before you go, let me just mention this. I want to thank everyone for being here tonight. Manny, thank you for being here. Greatly appreciate you. I want to thank everyone in the chat for
No
being
problem,
here. Whether you love me, are on the fence about me, hate me, whatever, it doesn't matter. I still have a lot of love for you folks, despite what's happened in the past. I have a forgiving heart and a forgiving nature, and that's the kind of person that I am. Joe Buddy is going to be doing a post game stream. So if you want to go over to Joe Buddy's channel, I'll even throw in a plug for you, Joe Buddy. It doesn't matter, man. You know what? It is what it is. Go to Joe Buddy's channel, subscribe to his channel, and he's going to further dissect, what Manny and I said, or what I said, or whatever. If you want to have some great entertainment, go over there, and that'll happen. All right. And one final thing. I've said it many times, but to the people of the Mad Shangy Discord that I know have been here most of this time, I hold no resentment towards you folks, including you, Mad Shangy. And once again, I appreciate you welcoming me into your group and helping me get back on track. Making my welcome back to YouTube easier than it probably would have been. So I appreciate that. No hard feelings. I'd still like to be friends with as many people as possible. If you're respectful to me, I'll be respectful to you. There have been some people that I will not mention by name because it's not necessary, that have been very disrespectful. So I've had to remove them from my server, and block them. But if you still want to be, a part of what I'm doing, I would love to have you. If not, if you feel we're way on the opposite end of the spectrum, it's your choice. It was nice knowing you. And, I still appreciate you, and best of luck to you in the future. Manny, any final words? 10, 20 seconds, and then we're out.
Guys, be safe, love each other. Remember, in the end of the day, it's just words. It's not based off of truth and facts. That's we all have a message. We're all doing something for the greater purpose. That could be God, it could be the Bible, it could be Eli. He has the heart for MGTOW and for the world and everything like that. And we just keep moving forward, love each other. Remember, materialism is just materialism. At the end of the day, when you die, you're not going to take nothing with you. So remember what's important: truth, love, peace, positivity, your friends, your family. And that's pretty much it. So I love you guys. Thanks for watching us. And
all right.
I'm out.
All right. Have a great night, Manny. Have a good one, man. I'll reach out to you tomorrow. And everyone else, have a good night. See you all soon. Bye-bye now. Bye.
Peace out, man.